Hey guys, welcome to the video. Warning. This is not a video for little kids. I think you want to click off the video right now. Fucking just mute it, but still watch it. I'm joking. Should we watch this one? I don't know. Or the van. What the hell was that thing? Don't even know. Oh, we clicked on one. I did not mean to do that. Stop it! I'm sorry, guys. That was just weird me. What is this? I'm not gonna even talk about that. Let's see. Oh, hey, this used to be my picture on Discord. Don't ask. Just don't ask. The fuck is this one? Let's do this one. This one looks beautiful. Shut up, Discord.
I practice and teach fashion journalism
No,
because the
keep
fashion world
flagging.
is full of stories,
I-
and fashion journalists.
Nope. Get wrecked. Oh god. Wait, hold on. Let me just put this on my speaker. Okay, I got my speaker ready. Let's do this.
A plague of sickening thoughts of the past month. Why did this have to happen to me? No, why did it have to happen to Jordan? He never did anything to deserve being pulled into such a mess. I've got nothing going for me, so why not me? Why Jordan? My mum would probably be gone for the rest of the day, so I had the house to myself as I let these thoughts occupy my mind. I've never really been the kind of person to hang out with a lot of people, but then again, I haven't really had many friends to begin with. Out of the small list of friends I did have, Jordan was the only one I trusted and was closest to. We didn't have much in common. I came from a dysfunctional family, whereas he came from a well-doing and caring family. My parents were divorced and rather neglectful towards me. My dad hated me, despite hardly being around to see me. My parents were always fighting with each other, while Jordan's parents were loving and almost the polar opposite of mine. Jordan even had better luck in his social life than I did. He was well known at school and always showed kindness towards others. He was a 4.0 student and at the top of our class. I was the kid that got left at the back of the crowd, remaining unnoticed by the others. As different as we were, Jordan and I were always there for each other. We were practically as close as brothers. My story starts on a regular afternoon, hanging out with Jordan around town and walking to the park. We liked to talk about girls, video games, sports, and we often threw out an odd joke or two. Time flew by pretty fast, and Jordan realized it was getting late. I checked my watch to see that it was nearly 9 in the evening. Jordan was worried that his parents would be concerned about the time. My mum wouldn't even notice I was gone. That is, if she was even home. We headed back to Jordan's house, and he told me I could spend the night since it was pretty late already. He said his parents probably wouldn't mind. We could feel the cold wind hitting us in the face, so we zipped up our jackets and jammed our hands into our pockets and walked on. Jordan's street was nearly a block or two away by now. He suddenly stopped walking and turned to face the dark alleyway to our left. He stood there, frozen, staring blankly into the darkness in front of him. I glanced down the alley, but saw nothing. He had once tried to scare me by doing something similar, but this time, there was something strange about him. "Yeah, nice try, Jordan. It ain't gonna work this time, you dick." He didn't budge. I started to feel worried. and looked around to see if anyone was following us. "Jordan, you all right?" I asked. Still no response. He stood there in a paralyzed position. His view was fixated on something, as if some entity in the darkness was staring back at him. I took another look down the alley. I could see the road on the other side lit by the moonlight, but the center was filled with an eerie darkness. I thought there might have been a wild animal of some sort, and Jordan caught a glance of the glow in its eyes. I saw nothing, and I didn't want to get any closer. "Jordan, stop it, man. This isn't funny anymore," I said. No reply. I gave him a solid smack to his face, and he came around, which gave me the biggest sigh of relief. "I thought there was something wrong. Don't scare me like that again," I said. He looked at me with confusion. "Scare you like what?" he questioned. "You stood there, staring blankly into space like you had gone mental," I said. "I must have zoned out, but whatever. Let's get moving or we'll be even later," he replied, then remained silent for the rest of the walk. I couldn't help but look behind me every few minutes, seeing if we were being watched or followed by whatever he might have seen in the alleyway. We moved onwards until reaching his house. His mother and his dog, Axel, greeted us at the door. When we got inside, both of his parents questioned him on his lateness. "We lost track of time, but we're all right," Jordan explained. I headed up to his bedroom while he asked his parents if I could stay the night. As I waited alone, my mind started to flood with questions about what happened earlier. Jordan came up the stairs a few moments later, carrying an inflatable mattress and some blankets for me to sleep on. It was about 10 p.m., and we both got into our beds and fell fast asleep. We woke up the next morning at 7:30, half an hour before school started. We rushed to get ready, skipping showers and breakfast, and ran out of the door. On our way to school, I noticed something different about Jordan just by looking at him. He seemed quieter than usual and slightly bewildered. "What's up, Jordan? You look like you're about to burst out and cry like a little girl," I jokingly prodded. Normally, he would laugh at something like this, but there wasn't the slightest change in his expression. He solemnly said, "Nothing's the matter. I would like to walk in peace for once without having to listen to you." His gaze remained in front of him. He made no effort to make eye contact with me. He'd never snapped at me like that before. Not to me, not to anyone. I tried not to dwell on it too much, but I knew something had changed in him, and something definitely was wrong. Once we had gotten to school, it was 9:12, so we went to the reception area to get a late pass. We would usually make something up if we were ever late. Alarm clock broke, or maybe we missed or caught the wrong bus. But this time we just took our late slips without giving an excuse. We got to class, turned our late slips over to the teacher, and took our seats. Everything was going fine so far. I turned and noticed Jordan staring blankly into space again, just like last night. He turned towards me with that damned blank expression on his face again. I tried to break his stare by waving my hand in front of him, but he didn't move an inch. I moved back and forth. He moved with me, not letting his eyes break contact with mine. Then it happened. His cold, indifferent expression